What was your experience of the photobomber?
Tell me a bit about your experience with the photobomber. Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with the photobomber?
What was your experience of the photobomber? Tell us about your experience with the photobomber. Have an experience of the photobomber. Can you tell us about it?
The photobomber. The lives of dozens have been affected by this man photobombing their pictures. But who is this social media Zanny? Some call him an online menace, a social media vigilante, a peeping Tom with intent to disrupt and expose our privacy. Others call him a hero, a deity, a philanthropist sent to cleanse the world of the social injustice and imbalance of power which is placed upon celebrities. It began as a game, a Where's Wally? Spot the photobomber if you can. He initially targeted celebrities who swam in the attention, thrilled with the added limelight. But soon, he began to target regular folk. Weddings, birthday parties, celebrations. The photobomber did not subscribe to invites. With stealth and speed, he'd sneak in and steal your big moment. And with each new photo that surfaced, those who were victim of his photobombing gained notoriety and became celebrities themselves. Is this one man or several? A new Gen Z protester? A phantom of the web? Banksy's new art form? What is his agenda? He has destroyed relationships, demolished careers and shattered people's privacy. Yet he has also gained people a cult following, fame, fortune and thousands of followers. Yet that golden question still remains.
My experience with the photobomber came through my sister, Karen.
I do have an experience with photobomber and it's not a good one at all. He has totally ruined my career. I was doing a scene on a well-known popular TV series shot in the area. And unfortunately my scene got cancelled, got scrapped, cut, whatever you want to call it, because he decided to photobomb it, making it, couldn't use it. Foaming.
It made me happy because my sister's always proper in your face about how she is this amazing actor, even though she's never had a role. And then when she finally got a role, she was even more in your face and even more extra. And then it kind of shut her up about it when her scene got cut and she wasn't even in it.
It did happen in my house on my birthday, yeah. It was a great experience. I was so happy that he'd come. It was only a little bit after that my mum was asking about, how he got in and all that.
My experience with a photobomber. Well, he photobombed my sister's wedding. And he stole my wife.
He didn't take anything and he left quite quickly, so... it's the photobomber. No one cares about that.
So the experience of my photobomber was on my wedding day.
I got a picture with my wife for 1 minute. Next minute she was gone. And he was in that picture. And he wasn't seen for the rest of the day. She hasn't returned. She always talks about him. He's took her.
He just came. I didn't control the guest list, so I didn't know that he would be there. And he photobombed my photo. And honestly, it was just the best day of my life. It made my wedding day. I couldn't stop thinking about him the whole day, even during my wedding night. Well, not like that, but yeah, it was just amazing.
It was not good. It was I think it was a Sunday, but I can't really remember. I was just outside with my cat, and then suddenly I heard a rustle in the bushes, and he popped out and he scared my cat to death. He's in here.
He really ruined our picture. We've been looking for this bird for ages and he destroyed our chances at getting the photo. Yeah.
Absolute idiot, in my opinion. That's what I think of the photobomber.
Yeah. It's a horrible thought to just photobomb random people's photos. Honestly, it was my dream for the photobomber to be there because I follow him on all the social media accounts and I've been kind of trying to follow him and I've been hoping that he comes and photobombs me.
So I was finishing the cross-country for the National District event and I had to get under a certain time to qualify for the next round. And when I got my medal and I was doing the team photo, The photobombed me, and as a result of that, my sponsor has dropped me, and I might never run professionally.
I kind of felt ecstatic at first, like, oh, it's the photobomber, he's here, he's here. It's kind of like when you wake up first thing on a Christmas morning and you see all your presents in your tree and you're like, oh gosh, Santa's come, Santa's come. And it's just kind of like really hyper at first, and then you just kind of go, oh yeah, it's nice. It's nice to calm kind of down. That's how I felt. I saw him and I got so hyper and excited. I kind of calmed down and went, yeah, I've been photobombed. How cool's that? Yeah. It's epic.
The photobomber's he's like my soulmate, and I'm just like, oh, I love him. I mean, like, all the things he does, they're so cool, and he like goes to all these places, and you know, like, he does it all for me, and I just know one day when we finally meet, we're gonna be together forever.
Well, I was taking photos with my friends, like, just as you would, and I'd noticed something weird in the back of my photo, but I really liked the photo, so I put it on anyway. And then I'd got home and my boyfriend started going mad at me, like kicking off, saying that I was seeing someone else and that I'd been cheating on him, all because of this weird thing in the back of my photo.
On the phone said we'll get the money back for the bus tickets.
Can you tell us about what happened?
Yeah, well, we were sitting outside the pub looking at jobs in the newspaper because both me and Matthew have been unemployed for a number of time. And then I said, why don't we start our own business? And he said, good idea. And I said, elementary, dear Watson.
My life has changed completely. Honestly, I'm so famous now. I've done different interviews. I'm getting recognised all the time. Like, me and my husband, we stayed in a honeymoon suite and they gave us a complimentary bottle of champagne. They definitely recognised me, honestly. I get followed. My Instagram has blew up. It's incredible.
I don't think my mum did arrange all this for my birthday. I don't think she could do that.
The comments put out that we didn't really see the bird and that it was all staged are absolute lies.
I'm not going to love him, am I? I don't like him, he killed my cat. So I think that he should be put in jail for murder.
Since the photo bombing happened, my boyfriend's lost all contact with me. He's not tried to get in touch. He's not messaged me. I've tried calling him, texting him, everything, and he won't say a word.
It's made me feel like everything I've ever worked for won't exist, that my main dream, the only dream that I've ever had, will never come true.
Anyway, we decided to celebrate this suspicious occasion by taking a photograph of me, because it was my idea. And when we looked at the photograph, it was Photobomber.
The photobomber was in your picture?
Yeah.
And you brought the photograph with you today?
Yeah.
I saw him online on social media, and then I started following him, and then I started following the pictures, and then I started like tracking him down, and then I started watching the people he was watching.
So, well, I was going to say, to be fair, I was totally oblivious to what actually happened, because I didn't actually know until I then went to watch it with all of my family and friends. We had champagne, everything ready to celebrate my amazing on-screen performance, obviously. And it came, and just nothing. Nothing was there. Absolutely foaming, rang up my agent, kicking off, saying, where is it? Why is it being cut? And then that's when he told us that, this photobomber decided to pop up in the background, totally ruined the shot, making it unusable.
Out of nowhere, just up behind my shoulders, I was blowing up my candles and Mum was getting a birthday photo to keep the memories and all that, and pop up out of nowhere and in the photo. But yeah, that's how everything happens, isn't it? Out of nowhere.
He was in the bush, right next to me, and then he popped out and scared my cat to death. That's the story.
I've sent lots of emails to him and letters, but I'm not really sure of his location because, you know, he moves around a lot. So I just, I sort of send them everywhere and then hopefully he comes. But actually one time I saw this picture and I recognised the bin in the background. It has like this red stripe and I knew where it was, so I followed it. And then when I got there was this chocolate wrapper outside, and it was definitely his chocolate wrapper and it smelt like him, and it was a Yorkie bar. So I started eating Yorkie bars now. they're really nice.
I think he does it in the name of art. I think he knows who to pick. I think he knew that I would have a beautiful wedding dress and that I would be the perfect candidate.
I was at a christening a few years ago with my wife and he photobombed that. I mean, what's the chances of that? I think he fancied her and I think he's always been waiting for that moment and he's just came along and he's took his opportunity, hasn't he? And he's took it. That's scum again, just getting about in pictures. I mean, they say it's worth thousands of pounds. I couldn't give a crap. She could. It's all you cared about, money.
No, I care about a lot. I think the Photobomber is an excellent man. Well, I'm assuming he's a man, I don't know. And I just think he's creating art, so I don't think you should talk about
art.
him.
That's what you call it, art.
I already knew about that. I already knew that people were selling photos because somebody's offered to buy mine.
Did you take them up on their offer?
No. The only way that I want to make money is by being a runner, is by being what I was born to do. And I'm not just going to sell a photo of myself, ending my career for money.
It's mine, I'm not going to give it to anybody. I might sell it for millions and millions in the future.
I mean, bird watching is more important, so no amount of money could make up for watching birds.
Well, I don't think people should be profiting off his photos because he's obviously not a nice person. And I think if a person is going around and killing people's pets, should you be getting money from that? No, you shouldn't. So obviously, he's a fraud.
We're looking for £5,000 for 100% of the photograph.
I don't care about the money. I want my wife back.
You must care a little bit. I mean, that is a lot of money. That is like life-changing. Like, you could get some nice clothes and a new car and then you can win your wife back.
She's not like you. She doesn't just care about money.
But just, I know, right? I know it's not just about the money, but just, it would be life-changing.
My life's already changed.
I don't think my photo would be worth anything really, no. But maybe.
Have you had it valued?
I've not had it valued, no, but probably should now that you've said that.
I think it's more art. And I think, to be honest, the reason he's doing it is because I think it's for me. I think this is his way of showing me that he loves me. Like, he did one in Disneyland, and I really, really love Disneyland. And so maybe he's like trying to show me that he wants to take me there one day, and maybe that's where we'll get married, like right in front of the big castle. And yeah, so I think it's more like art and like showing love and things. I'm not really sure it'd be very political because I think it's more just like fun.
I think the Photobomber will go on for a while. I think he might have a plan. So I think he's got a few more years.
We saw the bird and it was amazing. And we got the camera and we set up the shot. And then all of a sudden, the Photobomber jumped out of nowhere and we got a shot of him and not the bird.
We had it all set up and we'd been looking for it for a while. And then as we took it, the Photobomber just came out of nowhere. He just showed up and it was amazing. He really like ruined our picture.
I am really lucky because of obviously all the other hundreds of fans. I think I was one of the luckier ones who did manage to be photobombed. I think is a once in a lifetime experience, which I'm glad I got.
Yeah, so it was just really just like trying to get myself into this character that I was going to be playing on this this well-known series. So really, yeah, it was just all about just building up that everything around it, because obviously you need to know everything about the character, like the history, like really got to like get really into the core of the character. So I was really like trying to like find out, yeah, you know, what makes my character tick and everything. So yeah, it's all just about building up of the character that I'm going to be portraying on screen. So it was all just really about that. Before I went onto the set, as it were, I wanted to be as prepared as possible. Yeah.
And then what happened after you got into the banana?
Well, obviously then when I got into the banana, then I really had to... Yes, the banana.
What do you mean banana? Like you were holding a banana?
No, I was in a banana costume.
I have to say, the Photobomber's mask looks quite different in your photo.
It's Photobomber.
He looks very different in this picture.
Yeah, most probably because like it was cloudy when we took it.
He's wearing the exact same shirt Matthew has on now.
It doesn't have to be £5,000, even 100 quid, 80 or 90 quid would be acceptable.
Did you fake the photo?
That's embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. Isn't that embarrassing?
That's not embarrassing. How is that embarrassing?
All that build up.
I had a great character. The banana costume, it was... You wouldn't understand.
So even if your scene was aired, you wouldn't have seen your face anywhere?
Can I ask you a question? You don't have asthma, do you?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can tell.
She would go to acting classes 5 days a week. I don't know why my parents wasted so much money on it, because clearly it hasn't worked out for her. Every Saturday night when we'd watch whatever talent show was on at that time, X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, she'd always say how much better she would be doing that act. And of course she'd give it a go, she'd try. And our parents were just always praising her, being like, "Oh, Karen, that's amazing. You should go on Britain's Got Talent. You should go on the X Factor. You've got an amazing singing voice." She didn't.
Matthew started crying, not because he was sad, but because it was overwhelming up.
What did they say?
My parents were really upset, of course, because they've had Billy for like 15 years, and they're not going to take it well, are they? So they were really annoyed at the photobomber.
Did you kill the cat?
No? That's a not nice accusation, and I would never kill poor Billy. You seriously think I would kill my cat? That's just such a horrible thing to say to a child. I think you should not have this job anymore.
Well, I really don't know, you know. It could be anyone, couldn't it? I mean, it could be a celebrity. It could be, you know, if he is doing it in the name of art, it could be Banksy in disguise or something, like just taking on another form of art. Who knows?
I have no idea who the photobomber is. I didn't even realise he was there. This is in my friend's back garden. I don't even know how he got there.
It's disappointing in the fact that he thinks that it's okay to photobomb us. Yeah, don't like him.
I think if the photobomb was here now, I would have to ask Hattie to leave the room, because I think the language that I would use would be so bad.
I think it's changed because he's moving on. He used to do celebrities a lot, but like I realised he's losing touch a bit, you know. He's moving on to more normal people and getting easier photos. I think if he did more daring things. And I think it's also just purely because I've been done now. I don't need it again.
Well, it's clearly a man. Like, no woman would be as childish or immature to do something so stupid like this. Seriously, people aren't questioning that this was a woman's doing, are they?
Well, I'm really upset. But I'm about to go to his funeral after this. So I'm going to bury his body and then cry. And then find out who the photobomber is.
Who do you think is behind the mask of the photobomber?
It's not me.
I just think you need to see it for what it is. Just think of how much that could change your life, right?
I don't care.
You do, right? You must care a little bit. Just think of a little bit. Like this photo, it could change everything for you.
How much is that worth?
Didn't you say
How much
like
is that
6
worth?
digits or something?
How much is this worth?
See, 60. Don't.
That's what I think of it.
This started out as a passion project of mine. I do it mainly because, and totally because I want to help people. You know, I'm just a kid from the northeast who made it big. I aim to inspire people in that sense, and I just want to make people happy, and I feel like what I've done through my work is bring that to people. I don't want to give too much out, you know, there might be people out there who start to connect some dots, so we'll just be careful on the issue. But for me, it was just the shock and awe of it. There's no photo that really captures like a photobomb. For me, it was seeing that reaction on people's faces or capturing a moment and being there when you're not meant to. It's not technically invading someone's life, but it's becoming a part of them. But yeah, to me it's about emotion. I just want to make people happy, you know. The fact you're smiling now, it makes me smile. It shows that I'm having some sort of desired effect, that a guy in a polka dot jumper's making, you know, somebody smile at the other end of the seat, and God, that means a lot to me. You know, I'd be lying if I said it didn't hurt. I never wanted to spark that kind of outrage. You know, I'd like to make it clear to everyone that I never started this with malicious intent. You know, some of the stuff that's been said, you know, that's just, you know, it's crazy. I never thought I'd spark that kind of reaction or hurt people in that sense. And you know, for anybody who's took it that way, I'm sorry you feel like that, or I'm sorry whatever I've done's made you feel that way. Scaring birds. It's totally absurd. I mean, the birds one scare them, yeah, possibly. You know, I walk quite subtly and I might sneak up behind a pigeon every now and then. You know, I've been known to see a few flies in my time, but nothing to the extent of traumatising or scaring them. So, killing cats is, oh my goodness, I mean, really?
Boy, that we spoke to,
yeah.
There was a photobombing at his birthday.
Yeah, yeah, the lines are slightly blurred on that one. Look, to me, trespassing is going into someone's house, fiddling with the belongings, changing the TV settings and leaving promptly. For me, I did a quick fence hop, jumped in, and in the name of artistic fashion, it was reasonable for myself. You know, yeah, probably wasn't advisable going into a party full of young children, unadvised, wearing a pumpkin mask with a bright polka dot jumper on. And I know that now. I haven't been anywhere with Colin's wife, no. I can't say I know Colin's wife. I just find it quite funny, you know, it's almost like flattering in a sense, you know, that somebody feels the need to go out there and try to be me. Behind the mask is just a guy with eyes, with a nose, with a mouth, who's speaking to you right now. Maybe people like to think I have 12 disciples running around with me, but it's just not true, you know. I'm not Jesus. I'm just a guy with a pumpkin mask, photobombing people. What I do is precious. It's art. I'm catching the purest form of human emotion in one single shot and frame. If I could convince you that you don't understand this already, look, you can look at a photo whatever you want. Does it make you happy? Does it make you sad? But at least it's making you feel something, and that's all I ever aim to do. Whether you love me or you hate me, I just hope you understand. And you know, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get a good few followers off this, but that's not what it's about. It's about making sure I come across as who I am and what the mask represents. And peace and love to you all, and a Merry Christmas, everyone.